Hi Pisces, welcome to December. This is Teresa from Rider-Waite. And okay, so this month, December 4th, Neptune moves direct. That's your ruling planet. So if you've been trying to gain some clarity and you feel like you've been stagnating, Neptune going direct is going to help you out. Full moon in Gemini on the 7th. Then we have a new moon in Capricorn, which is favorable to your sign, on the 23rd. And Chiron in Aries moves direct also. And then we have Mercury going retrograde in Capricorn on the 29th. So, we'll have to be rethinking certain things around that time. Let's see what the cards say, though, for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for the month of December? What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for December 2022? What does Pisces need to know? What is coming up for Pisces in terms of relationships? What is coming up for Pisces? Okay, let's see what we get. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do this again. Alright. We want a clean break. Okay. Six of Wands. The Hermit. Page of Pentacles. Page of Wands. The Queen of Cups. That could be your energy. The Five of Pentacles. The Six of Cups. The Ace of Wands. The Eight of Swords. And the World. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Moon. Okay, so the Moon is kind of your card too. It's ruled by Neptune. But anyway. Six of Wands. You're celebrating your success this month. This is a card of, it could be travel even. But this is like the person. You're going through a successful period. Now you have the Hermit crossing this. So you have been doing a lot of soul searching. Maybe like you're wondering what you should do about a relationship. Is this relationship right for me? Or you're trying to, like you're trying to figure out where what kind of person do I need in my life? Where should I focus my energy? You might have been having like a dark night of the soul. We've been kind of cutting, like you haven't been socializing. And you've been keeping to yourself, maybe thinking over your problems without reaching out to anyone. But that's all going to change. Because I feel like with the Six of Wands, this is a card of victory. So if there's someone, so victory could mean, a successful outcome of a relationship. Victory if you're trying to initiate a relationship. So don't overthink things. And don't let fear or insecurities hold you back from reaching for what you want. You have the Page of Pentacles here. That could be that you could be dealing with an earth sign. You have the Page of Wands, that's fire. So you're dealing with either Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Fire would be Aries, Sag, Leo. And because these are pages, they could be children. So you could be concerned about children. Especially if, like, maybe children are influencing a relationship, or you're thinking, how will this relationship affect my children if you have children? And the Moon is here, so I feel like your imagination is running overtime. So you might be imagining worst case scenarios. You might be thinking, oh, what if I do this? What if this happens? Or you're wondering, am I seeing this person realistically? Maybe they're deceiving me. Can I trust this person? It's like you've been through this confusing time. and you're trying to figure it out because there's a lot that you don't know, and you're trying to make a decision with partial information. The moon can be, on the positive side, it can mean creativity and intuition. So you might have to tap into that. If you're doing something creative, then it's great. It's giving you inspiration. It's giving you, enhancing your creativity. But if you're letting the moon, if you have a vivid imagination and you're imagining like all these scenarios, or you're filling in the blanks of what you don't know with your own little story, you could be way off. So you really want to, if you want to clarify something, you need to talk to the person that you're interested in, and not listen to hearsay, not make up things in your head like, oh, they did this, maybe that means this, or they did that, and maybe that means that. You need to have a face-to-face communication. And I think that's going to help your relationship, if you're in a relationship. Because I feel like, okay, so you have the Queen of Cups here. You're thinking about the past. This could be your energy. If it's your energy, it's someone who's if it's not your energy, I should say, you're dealing with someone who is very compassionate, very creative, very intuitive. And if it is your energy, you could be thinking of the past, reevaluating the past. Maybe you're thinking about someone from the past. With this Page of Wands, though, the Page of Wands is positive, messages coming in. So you may have recently gotten some positive news or a good message that gave you hope. But I feel like you're really focused on the past right now, because you have your back turned to the present. And you have the Five of Pentacles coming up in the future. This is a card of feeling left out in the cold. So it's either you or someone else that you're feeling like you're disconnected from someone. Sometimes the Five of Pentacles can mean financial instability. So you might be worried about money. Maybe you're trying to pay off some debt. Or it can mean depression. And if it's not you, it could be someone in your life. Maybe you're trying to help someone through a difficult time, who's feeling left out in the cold, who's feeling depressed, who's struggling with money or other issues. And because Pisces is the most compassionate sign. And when you see someone suffering, you want to help. You want to help them heal. You want to fix them. And you take on sometimes other people's burdens. So there could be someone in your environment, either a relationship person or even a friend, that's coming to you for help, coming to you for comfort. And because especially with the Six of Cups here, this is a card of reconnecting with someone from the past. It's also a card of healing from the past. So if you've been through a difficult relationship, and now, like for some of you, you might have broken up with someone, and now you're feeling lonely, you're feeling depressed, like, oh, I'm all alone now, and I don't have, the double income, and I'm trying to make ends meet. The Six of Cups, though, you've learned some lessons. Even if you've been through a difficult time, you've learned some lessons, and you're not going to repeat past mistakes. And it's in your negative thinking sector, so you want to stop thinking. If you're thinking like, woe is me, if you're in that victim's mindset, you're blocking the good energy that's coming up. So you don't want to be thinking like, focusing on your losses and focusing on your whatever was, your painful past. You want to focus on the future, because the Six of Cups can bring new energy in. It means you're moving in a positive direction. You're moving away from difficulty. The Six of Cups can mean you can connect with someone. So if you're connecting with a new person, or even reconnecting with a past partner, you can make the second time around better. Because the Six of Cups, someone is wanting to offer you love, but it's in your negative thinking, but you're not, so you're thinking negatively about this opportunity. Like, I don't know if this is going to work, I don't know if this person's right for me, or you're thinking like, I don't want to repeat the past, I was betrayed or just, hurt in the past. So you're bringing up all these like blocks to a potential relationship, when you should be like, yeah, this is great, let's give it a shot. Because you have the Ace of Wands here in your environment. Now, if there's someone that you're interested in, this can represent their energy. And so they're really excited. They want to start something with you. But you might be holding back. You have the Eight of Swords here, which is a card of feeling blocked or imprisoned. Like, I want to move forward, but I can't. I'm stuck. I'm feeling stuck. Like you're afraid to move out of your current situation. So it could be like if you're in a bad or a difficult relationship, you're afraid to leave it, or you're afraid to move out and take a chance with someone new. But the only thing that's stopping you is fear. If you look at the Eight of Swords energy, this person has nothing blocking her. She can just walk away from the swords. But her blindfold is on, so she's not seeing that there's a way out. She's just thinking like, oh no, I'm stuck, I'm trapped, I have to stay and exist in this miserable situation. But no, you have this Ace of Wands. That's a new seed that's waiting to be planted. You have the Six of Cups, where this new seed is going to lead you to something even better than whatever you had before. And you have the World, which is one of the best cards of the deck at the end. And the World is everything coming together. Yes, you're finishing up a cycle. Something might be ending. But you're moving into a state of grace with the World. If you take action, and if you're not afraid to break free from the past, you can be existing in this new world where you're like, why did I wait so long? Now I'm like, everything's coming together. So it could be a new job, it could be a new partner, or it could be a new stage in a current partnership where you're feeling like everything is working out, you're ready to move to the next level. So don't hold on to something out of fear. Don't keep yourself stuck or trapped because you're afraid of whatever might go wrong. Focus on what could go right. Don't let your imagination, use your imagination in a positive way. Like imagine how great it can be if I do this. Instead of thinking, oh my God, what if I do this and I fall flat on my face, and then you just stay stuck. So you have this Ace of Wands energy, and that's a time card for March, April, May. And I'm thinking it's probably March, April, more like April. There's going to be a new beginning coming. You might get, something might be offered to you. It could be love. You could be reconnecting with someone from the past. And there's news coming in and they want to start something new. You could be planting new seeds. Spring is the time of, let's plant the garden. Let's clear out the dead wood of the winter, of the past, and let's get ready for spring. So don't let fear, if you're feeling alone and depressed right now, it's not going to be forever. And I think that things are only going to get better. But you have to, number one, know what you want. So it's good that you're doing a lot of thinking with the Hermit. It's good that you're taking time out to figure out what you really want, what's best for you. You don't want to just jump into something. You don't need just a warm body. You want the right body, And the Hermit is also good for reaching out to someone whose opinion you respect, reaching out to a counselor, a friend, for advice. You don't have to go through this alone. So if you're struggling with something, reach out to the people around you, the people who care about you, and they will be there to support you. And you really have you have the potential for more success than you realize, but you just have to overcome some either negative thinking or fears that are keeping you stuck. So let's see what the angels have to say. And drop the past. Learn from the past, but then release it. You don't want to live in the past. Okay, what do the angels have to say for Pisces? What's coming up? What message do the angels want Pisces to hear? Love. Love. Exciting and new. Okay. Negative thoughts and feelings are sabotaging. See, whatever I tell, even the angels agree. Negative thoughts and feelings are sabotaging your pursuit of happiness. We, your angels, are here to help you heal. Allow our healing light to flow through your heart. consciously infuse each negative thought or feeling with love and light. Feel both your heart and mind aligning to your soul's sacred purpose, and unleash your divine potential through the power of love. So, see? You have a new potential new beginning coming this spring. Just go for it. Okay? Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let the past go. Let it wash away. Okay, let's see what the astrology has to say. So you have a full moon in Gemini happening on the 7th in your 4th house of home and family. And Mars is there too, but Mars has been retrograding, and the Sun is in your 10th. So when Mars retrogrades, you're rethinking things. You may have to go over and redo things, or you're recalculating, re-strategizing. You may feel like you don't have the energy to complete a project that you've been working on. So there could be some issues. And Mars in the 4th house, this time, usually Mars goes through a house maybe 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and it's done with the sign and it moves on. But Mars has been in Gemini since August, and it's not leaving till March. So you have a lot of family issues to work out and to rethink. It's been kind of stirring things up at home. You might be feeling more argumentative. You might be feeling more emotional at this full moon, because Mars with the moon, your emotions are being triggered. And you have to have this, there's a balance or a conflict between the needs of your family and your home and the 10th house, the needs of your career and your life direction. So you may be feeling like you're pulled in two directions. Like I care about my career, I have my obligations on the job, but my family needs me too, and they're pulling on my heartstrings. And there's this, like, you have to find a balance. Now, the good thing is Saturn is in your 12th house, and the moon and Mars are trining Saturn in Aquarius, and the sun is sextiling Saturn. Now, when Saturn's in the 12th house, it's really ending a cycle, because it started from the 1st house, it went all through the chart. Now it's at the 12th house. 12th house is the house of karma, and Saturn is the karma planet, So you're finishing up an old cycle, an old karmic cycle. And it's time you're releasing. It's time to release that cycle. Drop the baggage, pay your karmic debts, and let it go. And sometimes when Saturn's in the 12th house, you may feel insecure about your abilities, or you may be like you're thinking about, you may have problems with authority figures or parental figures. So maybe there was a parent when you were growing up that made you feel inadequate, that made you feel like you weren't good enough and you had to work harder or try harder. And so it has an effect on your self-esteem. But really, out in the world, like, you may feel like, oh, I'm not good enough and I can't do anything right, But out in the world, you are seen as someone who's really excellent at what they do. It's just your own mindset, your psychological blockage, baggage, that's stopping you. Because Saturn represents blockages, barriers, restriction. So there are things in your psyche in the 12th house, things that are hidden, like unconscious programming, that you need to release now. You need to see it with this full moon and release it. And it will free you for when Saturn moves into Pisces next year, around March, I think. It's going to be moving into your sign, and then you're going to be like a force to be reckoned with. When Saturn's in your 1st house, you're serious. So it's preparing you for this new beginning. And before you start something new, it's like when you move somewhere. You don't want to carry all this baggage with you to the new place. You want to get rid of the baggage. You go through your stuff, you throw out what you don't need, you take only the essentials. So this is what you should be doing now at this full moon. Whatever the full moon reveals to you about home and family, about career, your life direction, and whatever has been blocking you, it's going to show you what you need to release, what you need to stop letting, fear or negative, the gremlins run your life. You have to overcome that. And you have the power to do that because Mars, the planet of action and energy, is trining Saturn. So you're going to feel when, maybe not when Mars is retrograde, but when Mars starts to go direct in January, you're going to feel renewed energy. And you're going to tackle those issues that have been bugging you, that you've been kind of on the fence about, especially when it relates to family or the house that you even live in, the home. You're going to start to take action to deal with those issues. You've had Neptune in your first house forever. So it could be a very spiritual influence. It could also make you feel confused, or maybe people don't understand you. You feel like nobody understands me, because you're kind of like, you don't even know who you are. The first house is your identity, how you're seen in the world. And with Neptune there, people don't know who you are, because you're like a chameleon. You kind of like shift and change with the weather. But now Jupiter has been in your first house. It's getting ready to leave. It's moving into Aries at the end of this month. So it's been a very spiritual time and soul-searching time for you this past year. You know, like, who am I? What do I want to be? Is the work that I do, are my values aligned with the work that I do? You know, do I have a mission, a personal mission? And am I, fulfilling that spiritual mission? And those are some of the things you might have been thinking about while Neptune and Jupiter were coming together in your first house. But now Jupiter is trining Pluto, and Pluto's in your 11th house. So you're making some good connections with powerful people right now. So if you have a goal or a dream that you want to achieve, your friendships and your connections, you should be out there networking. You can really transform your life. Jupiter brings abundance and opportunity. And if there's something that you've always wanted to do and you haven't done it, you need to go out and reach out to people, because you have people around you that are willing to help you get where you want to be. Venus is in your 10th house. It's getting ready to move. It's at 27 degrees Sag. It's getting ready to move into Capricorn. So things have been really great at work. When Venus is in your 10th house, you're either working on some creative project that you really love, or you're getting along better with your coworkers. Your career is it's bringing in money. Venus is the planet of love and money. So it could also bring in a shift in relationship in a more positive direction. Mercury is in your 11th house. It's not conjunct Pluto, but they're both in the same sign. Mercury's at like 1 degree Capricorn. So your friendships, you might be reaching out and talking to different people. You might be more willing to connect with friends. Maybe people are calling you saying, hey, let's socialize. Chiron's in your second house of money. So you have some healing to do around self-worth and money issues. Maybe you haven't been, you've been asking for too little. Maybe you need to get paid what you're worth, or maybe you don't feel valued. But that comes from within. You have to start saying, yeah, I am worthy. I am valued. I am valuable. I have a lot to offer. And the world is waiting for your gift. So Chiron is the wounded healer. Maybe a part of you is, when you heal your own insecurities, you can help others heal them too. It's like your wound helps you to heal other people's wounds, because you've been there. So I feel like this is a time of dropping baggage, clearing out old karma, getting prepared for a new beginning. So then we have this new moon in Capricorn, and that's happening in your 11th house of friendships, hopes, dreams, the groups that you belong to. So I feel like you could be joining a new group of friends or a new group of people that are trying to make a difference in the world. And you're going to be excited about this. Because not only do you have, at this new moon on the 23rd, the sun and the moon are in Capricorn, you've also got Venus, Mercury, and Pluto all in the 11th house. So it's going to be a very social time for you, where you're really going to be like connecting with powerful people. You might be starting something new that, you're connecting with these movers and shakers that really want to make a difference in society. And that is going to be very exciting to you. With Venus in the 11th, if you're not in a relationship, you could find someone through the groups that you know and the friends that you know. Because a friendship could become, you could start out as a friendship and a sharing of ideas, because Mercury's there too. And then you realize, like, hey, we're on the same page. And it could develop into love. What else do we have going on here? Uranus is in your third house, so there's been up and downs with relatives, communication, surprises. You want to be careful when Uranus is in the third. That's the house of travel. So don't run around with your head, in the clouds when you're driving. Pay attention, because sometimes that could... and also it has to do with... It can cause accidents when it makes an aspect to Mars sometimes, but we don't have to worry about that yet. The other thing is with Uranus in the third, you might be... That's also the house of communication. So you might be blurting stuff out, so zip it. Be careful. Think before you speak. If you don't want to have problems with your relatives, because you might be very, outspoken. You've got all these new ideas that you want to share, and they're like, what, are you crazy? So just consider who you're talking to before you blurt things out. But Venus in the 11th is trining Uranus in the 3rd. So I feel like there could be some creative project that involves technology. Like while you're, mingling with the group, there's some creative project that comes up suddenly, and it's going to be right up your alley, and you're going to love it. And I feel like it's going to be a positive influence. But it may be unexpected, and it may even put you on a trajectory, because it's connecting... Uranus is connecting with the North Node, and Venus is connecting. They're aspecting. They're close in aspect. It's a direction that you need to go in. That, you probably are saying, wow, I wish I had... This is like great. I'm finally doing work that I love. I'm doing work that I can really... I feel has meaning. It aligns with my values. It's me helping the world. I feel like I'm making a positive contribution to society. So things are looking... I feel like there's a new job coming up, or a new project that's going to be really enjoyable for you, or it's going to inspire you. So if you're feeling lonely at the beginning of the month, you're not going to end the month that way. And you could even be connecting with someone new and have some new friends or a new relationship pop up towards the end of the month, probably from socializing and connecting. So get out there and network. I think it's going to be positive. It's going to lead you in a positive direction. And don't let your imagination run away with you. Don't let fear hold you back from any new beginning that comes your way this month. So that's my forecast, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment. I love reading all the comments, and it helps the channel. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website. We can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, have a wonderful holiday season. If you're celebrating, whatever you're celebrating, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Solstice. May your holiday season be filled with love, light, and abundance. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.